In this video, I'm planning to explain division in complex numbers and 1995th power of 1 minus I over 1 plus I. Also, I'm going to explain this question. In this question, the important part is division. Normally, it's difficult to multiply one term 1995 times. But easy part, 1 minus I over 1 plus I, if we can simplify, we will find easily the power of this expression. So I'm going to start with 1 minus I and 1 plus I is equal to what? First I need to find this one. For the division, if you remember, we were multiplying the denominator by the conjugate of the number. If the denominator is 1 plus I, the conjugate of it 1 minus I, we need to multiply numerator and denominator by this number. So it's going to be equal to 1 minus I times 1 minus I, which is equal to 1 minus I squared, over 1 plus I times 1 minus I is going to be. Okay, then 1 minus I times 1 minus I squared. If you want, we can expand this one, or 1 by 1 we multiply. 1 times 1 equals to 1, 1 times minus I equals to minus I times 1 is equal to minus I times minus I plus I squared, it's going to be. Okay, over. Here, multiplication of two conjugate numbers. If you remember, a plus bi times a minus bi is equal to a squared plus b squared it was. So here it's going to be equal to 1 square plus, be careful about this one, 1 square, because the coefficient in front of the I, which is b here, I is equal to 1. So we are going to multiply, we are going to get the square of only b. Okay, then 1 minus I is equal to minus 2i. I squared is equal to, we know that one, I squared is equal to minus 1. That's why it's going to be here, it's equal to minus 1 over 1 square is equal to 1, 1 square equals to 1, so 1 plus 1 equals to 2. If we cancel this 1 and minus 1, the operation here minus 2i over minus 2, we may continue one more step, two more steps, minus 2i over 2 here, and in the answer it's going to be equal to minus 2 and minus 2. If you cancel here, the answer is going to be equal to minus I. So 1 minus I over 1 plus I to the power of 1995, it's going to be equal to 1 minus I over, if we say this is the first part, this is the second part. In the second part we are finding 1 plus I to the power of 1995. Then it's going to be equal to 1 minus I over 1 plus I, we found that it's equal to minus I to the power of 1995. The first part, it's going to be about minus operation. This minus I, minus 1995 times, we are going to multiply minus I. So minus times minus, if you multiply like this, the result, it should be again minus I to the power of 1995. Okay, so we should find the power of I to the power of 1995. And for this one, we were using division method. Last two digits of the power, we were dividing by 4, because divisibility by 4, it was like that. For the divisibility by 4, if the last two digits divisible by 4, then number was divisible by 4. The remainder, it is the remainder of the main number also. So here 2 times 4, it's equal to 8. 1, 5. In 15, 3 times 3 times 4, it's equal to 12, and the remainder is equal to 3. So this number equals to, if the remainder is 3, so equals to minus I to the power of 3. We know that I to the power of 3, I square is equal to minus 1, I to the power of 3 is equal to minus I, so I to the power of 3 is equal to minus I, so minus here and minus I for I to the power of 3. The answer is going to be equal to I. Thank you.